Hey folks, I am here today once again in Westfield in Gallatin, Tennessee. We're going to be walking through this Westbury floor plan by Southeastern Building Corporation. Now, that's a lot of different directions at once, but this home is a 3-bed, 2-bath, and it comes in at 1929 square feet. It is currently on the market. And if you're not familiar with Westfield, this is sort of on the western side of Gallatin, and it's part of a 500-acre plot of land that Southeastern is developing from here in Westfield all the way over to Kennesaw Farms, and they're going to be building sort of all the way in between that for the next several years. They've got the paddock, they've got the grove, they've got Westfield, and they will have more as the years go on. Now, on that note, my name is Darren A. Wilson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. Let's go ahead and take a walkthrough of this Westbury floor plan right here at Westfield in Gallatin, Tennessee.
All right, so here we are outside of the Westbury. This is part of the Garden Homes series, and you will notice that these homes right next to each other are connected. They are connected basically at the edge of the garage, which kind of sticks out. We'll take a look at that from the other side of the home. We'll actually walk out the back door later on in the video so that you can see where those two homes connect and how much space you have in between them on the outside there. This is basically a 0.13 acre lot that you have for this home, and for most of the garden homes it's going to be something roughly in that area right there. Here you do have a covered front porch, which is really nice. In the backyard you do have some cement that is laid, but you don't have a covering for it. So as far as if you want to have some chairs and whatnot out here, this is a good spot to have morning coffee and whatnot outside of the Westbury. Now, you saw a moment ago, this home is on the market for $451,021. Very specific price amount for quick move-in homes like this, because these homes have already been inventoried down to the last dollar. All the different lighting fixtures and whatnot that are particular to this home get put into that price, which is why you see those price points being as sort of as specific as they are. Now, we will go upstairs a little later on in the video. There is a bonus room located up there. But here we are checking out the living room area, and this is sort of a open concept area. You do have that partial wall there between the living room area as well as the kitchen and dining area. Here you can see you do have a gas fireplace, which is always nice for the winter time. And you also have that backsplash that's going to be in the kitchen, also sort of that surrounds that fireplace mantle right there as well. Now, the lighting fixtures in here, you'll notice this is not something to be concerned about. If you see a couple like missing bulbs and whatnot, that's the type of thing that will be taken care of for closing day if you did choose to move forward in purchasing this home. There's a couple spots in the home where you might see that. You're going to see little things in new construction homes on occasion. Don't let them freak you out. These are the types of things that will be fixed. Now, as you can see, this home is white all around. You do have that LVP flooring as well. People are always curious, like, why are all the homes just pure white or sometimes gray? And really the purpose for that is because they want you to be able to sort of customize these aftermarket, because, sometimes when you put particular colors in new construction homes, it just really turns people off, because if that's not your color, then you don't want the home, right? Where otherwise may be the right home for you. But basically their approach to these types of things, and this is all the builders, not just Southeastern, is that if it's white, you can customize things yourself. Now, you do see exceptions to that sometimes, for sure. I always really appreciate it because I love seeing some color in these new construction homes or accent walls, whatever it may be. But in general, you will see things are pretty much white, so that aftermarket, you can customize them how you want. Now, as we're going through the kitchen here, let's talk a little bit about the location of Westfield. So if you're not familiar, we talked earlier in the video, Westfield is sort of on the western side of Gallatin. It's sort of smack dab in the middle between the middle of Gallatin and the middle of Hendersonville. So whichever, spot you're looking to go and do your shopping, or, hang out in downtown Gallatin, whatever it might be, like, you've got sort of the best of both worlds right here. This is also zoned for station camp schools, which is just down the street from it. And also, you have access to Merrill Hyde Magnet School, which is another phenomenal school in the Sumner County area. It is located in Hendersonville, not that far of a drive. It's going to be a little bit of a trek for you. You do have to test into that school. It's a K through 12. You also have Sumner Academy here in Hendersonville, as well as St. John Vianney Catholic School, which is a K through 8. So those are different options that you have, as well as homeschooling support that you can get in Gallatin as well. So whatever you're doing, there's lots of options for you here in Gallatin. Also, as far as shopping and whatnot, you're not far from, like we said, the heart of Hendersonville, the heart of Gallatin. You've got Kroger, Publix, Walmart. There's also a Costco and a Sam's Club located in Hendersonville, and there's also a Target that is coming to Gallatin soon as well. Now here we are in the master bedroom, and as you can see, there is a tray ceiling here, which always makes a room, especially one like this, feel nice and spacious. Now, one of the realities of new construction homes is that there's going to be other construction going on around you at the time. So right now, there's no rear neighbor, but there's going to be one there eventually, so just kind of keep that in mind. There will be building going on around you during the time that you're going to be living in this home in the beginning. Just one of the realities, how much that's going to affect you is going to vary day to day, week to week, and, depending on what hours of the day you are home. Now, here, as you can see in the primary bathroom, there are dual vanities, also number of drawers here for your needs. And one thing that I'm going to sort of strike against this bathroom is that it doesn't have a separate water closet, which is pretty common in new construction homes. I guess they just didn't have the space to fit it in this one. It does make life a lot easier when you have two people getting ready in the morning, but one strike in favor of this bathroom is that this tile here does go all the way up to the ceiling, which is actually not something you see all that often in inventory homes like this. A lot of time that's more something you might see in either a custom home or a customizable home where somebody requests that. But they actually did it in this one, which is nice to see. And this also does feature a linen closet in it as well as a soaking tub that works as a shower as well. So even though it's not a 5-fixture bathroom, you do have both those options available to you with that shower and tub setup that they have here. And as you can see, that linen closet I mentioned a minute ago is located right here in the bathroom. So you don't have to go all the way over to your walk-in closet in order to get your linens, which, you see that once in a while too in different home styles and floor plans, even by Southeastern, but not in this one. So they managed to get that all in one spot here. Now let's talk a little bit about Southeastern. Southeastern is a builder that is local to the Sumner County area. They have their headquarters in Hendersonville, and man, they build a lot in Gallatin. They have a couple different neighborhoods in Hendersonville, and they also have a development currently in Lebanon as well. Westfield is really part of a larger, as we mentioned earlier in the video, larger 500 acres that they're developing. They're kind of going to be meeting the two different sides of it together. So that will be interesting to see how that develops as the years go on. But they are a local developer, but they do production, right? So they build a lot of homes, even though they are, a local builder. So it's nice to see that. There you have a little bit of a preview. Can't get a great shot of it. We'll see it again in a minute when we go out into the garage. Of the separation between the two homes there, you are pretty close, but you're not like, it's not like a townhome or a villa where your, walls of the, living spot of the home are actually touching. It's just, basically an extension of the garage that's touching to one another. So that's not all that bad. Now, Westfield, if you're not familiar, is in the process of building a pool and a sort of smaller, it's not really a clubhouse, it's more of kind of just like a changing area, but they are in the process of building that right now. They are also going to be having these little, what they're calling pocket parks around Westfield as well, and you're going to be looking at a maintenance fee here of $75 a month. Okay, so that's your HOA fee every month. That's going to cover the maintenance of all that stuff, the care of all the common grounds and whatnot, which is not that bad for a new construction neighborhood. You're going to have amenity fee as well when you first move in. But outside of that, you're not going to be, having to pay additional fees and whatnot outside of what you have to pay right at the beginning, and then that monthly $75 for the maintenance of the amenities around Westfield. Now, if you are interested in the new construction process, whether it's here at Westfield or you just are interested in maybe building with Southeastern or even another builder, I do always recommend you have representation. I'm really fortunate because I have a good relationship with one of the sales reps here at Southeastern, and I've worked hard to create relationships with other sales reps at all of the builders because this is really my lane. This is really what I do, is help people with the new construction process. And I really like working with Southeastern because, it is a local company. It's just got a kind of a different feel to it than working with a Beazer or Pulte or one of those sort of like publicly traded national builders. With no shade against any of them, but it is just kind of a different experience that I like. Everything goes directly to the builder / owner of Southeastern. So it's just kind of a different vibe that I really enjoy. But I do always recommend that you have your own representation because at the end of the day, the sales rep is there to represent the builder, not you. Okay, so you want somebody there who's looking out for your interests, who's helping you work through this process. And it helps out the sales rep as well to have somebody there sort of guiding you along and representing you throughout the process. It's not something that they don't want to see. It actually helps them as well. Now, here we are walking through that area we were talking about earlier between the two homes, coming out that side door there, out of the garage, checking out the backyard. Now, one thing I want you guys to notice right here on the side of the home, you will see at the bottom there's some discoloration, right? And you may be saying, well, is that sort of, this is a new home, is that like the mineral deposits and whatnot that you sometimes see? Well, actually, no, it's just dirt. This is a new construction neighborhood. Sometimes that sod may not have like settled properly yet, and some of that dirt is just kicked up on it. But that's the type of thing that can be pressure washed off before the close of the home. So that's not something that you're going to have to deal with when it comes to, having that sort of, what looks like discoloration, but it's really just dirt on the brick. That will be cleaned up before you actually ever move into the home. Now we are going to go ahead and head upstairs and check out what's going on in the bonus room up here. All 3 bedrooms located on the first floor. So this upstairs here is just this bonus room and some storage space, which we will explore in a moment here. A lot of things you could do with this, whether it's a playroom or sort of a man cave type area, or, maybe keep your exercise equipment up here, music equipment if you're like me, or you have a library, whatever it is you want to use for this area. A lot of different things, or it could just be another media area as well. You do have some storage space up top there, as you can see. We'll get another look at that in a minute. But then you also have your HVAC and whatnot that is located in the closet that we are about to walk into over here on the left-hand side. And you also have some additional storage space. If there's some stuff that you want to kind of put away, but you want easy access to, this is probably a good spot for some of that. Obviously you want to make it easy to get to the AC and the HVAC unit and whatnot. But if you had a couple little things, you could certainly store them up here. But anything that doesn't fit in here, you're definitely going to want to favor the pull-down attic area instead. Now, a lot of times in homes, you'll kind of almost see the opposite of what you see here with the HVAC unit being accessible here. A lot of times it'll actually be in the attic. It'll sort of be the other way around, and you'll have to climb up to get to it. I actually think I prefer it that way, just because your storage area, if it's nice and easily accessible, you can just walk into it. Makes it a little bit easier, but it's not the end of the world if you have a situation like this one, but I do certainly prefer it the other way when that's available.
Hope you guys enjoyed the tour today. My name is Darren A. Wilson. I'm a realtor here in the greater Nashville, Tennessee area. You can contact me right here if you have any questions, or even if you would like a free, no obligation consultation, we can set that up. Also, if you are interested in the new construction process and you don't want to make the mistakes that a lot of buyers do, you can download my free guide right here. It's called Nashville New Builds, 5 Costly Mistakes All Buyers Should Avoid. Graphic design done by my wife, who did a really great job, so please check it out, if not for that reason alone. Please subscribe to this channel if you want to see more tours like this, and also community tours. And finally, if you want to watch another video right now, you can check out this one right here. which is a home tour I did right here of the Magnolia Model Home at Westfield. See you guys next time.